Welcome back. I haven't made a video in a while. I just don't care. We're getting ready for the No Name Nationals. Today is Saturday, the Saturday before going No Name Nationals. I was doing some cleanup and finally something came in I've been waiting for forever. These actually have a solid core in them. Yay! If you ever get a 360-1 cylinder head, these are a pain in the ass. At least they are for me, and I'll show you why. So I've been using these cork ones. I used to have rubber ones, but I couldn't find the exact ones I used to have back in, but you'll see why. See? And then this little edge right here sticks inside there. So you have all these little push rods here, and just getting a gasket on there is just terrible. And so what I did is I took the old one off and I made this. Now it sits in there. It's got the little thing cut. It's sitting inside there. That means I can tighten it down. I don't have to tighten it down between rounds. It's awesome. Awesome. It's a quick one. It's only a 1-minute video. But if you have a 360-1, buy these right here. These Moroso ones. These things kick ass. And that way you could just, these ones here are going to be spares of the track if I need it. Pain in the butt. That's the way to go. Super happy, super excited. And yeah, I'm going to finish it up. And then maybe I'll do something else. Alrighty. By simply putting these valve cover gaskets on here, these steel core ones that don't crush, I solved a big problem. You'll see how it basically, it clears. So if you see that this right here sticks up right there, right? So that sticks up higher than the gasket surface. See that? So that intake sticks up into there. It's always been an issue on this engine. But now, and I've had to modify my valve covers with this big ass lip right here. See, I've had to grind that off many moons ago to get valve covers. There's no valve covers. Basically, I bought the cheapest ones I could back in whatever, 16 or 15, and I had to cut the crap out of them. And in fact, I cut them up so much that we had to re-weld most of it and weld them back in there to get them to fit again. But man, do they fit good now. And when you put them on there and it sticks up above that thing now, look at that. That sticks up higher than that. So that is above that. Oh, I'm super stoked. Super stoked. Yeah! It's a Sunday before the No Name Nationals. I just did the last little cleanup on this. Get everything all stacked up, ready to go there. It's raining outside, so what's better to do than to wash the car, push it out there, and get it done. I even cleaned the rims. Look at that. Those things have been cleaned since who knows when. And I made something. I didn't show this, but I made this a little while ago. I did this with just some, got me a little tray that goes up underneath Mr. Hood scoop there. You know what I used here? You know what this is? Haha, I'm going to show you what that is. Sometimes hot rodding is not what you expect it to be. It's just using what you got. See this right here? The strip for the garage door at the Home Depot? That's exactly what that is. So yeah, that's a strip for that. This is a little piece of aluminum, angle aluminum. This thing doesn't weigh anything. And it seals it up pretty good in there. And it does help. It does help quite a bit. You know, over 120, I definitely notice it. It's either that or a whole bunch of nitrous on spraying to it, but who knows. Yeah, so I'm going to put this thing up in the air in just a minute, and I'm going to start nutting and bolting it and kind of going from there. All right. So now it's up in the air. I'm going to get up underneath this thing and start checking nuts and bolts. So you should always do that. This is a relatively new build. The biggest thing I've been doing was the bump steer. I didn't have time to do it, but right now it's a stack of washers. But that gives me about, from full droop here to full to ride height, I got about 4 inches of travel. Not ideal, but it's what I got. And I have less than 30 thousandths of movement. So, which is good when it's at full droop. Like this, and at ride height, they're dead even. It's the 15th in and out, 15 thousandths in and out. It's because of the pivot point. Normally you want these two angles the same, but this pivot point's back here. This one's here. And they're just off just enough to where they have to be just slightly unequal for them to work correctly. So it is what it is. But yeah, this is all brand new underneath here. So, well, new to this vehicle since 2016. I've never driven it since then. So really, except for these last few weeks. So we're gonna go underneath this and check things. All right. So I just checked all the U-bolts, all the nuts and bolts underneath there. I checked all the cowl tracks, make sure everything spun freely. So it's all, make sure everything's nice and moves easily. I checked the U-straps on that. Yes, that's a carbon fiber drive shaft. This thing was built for a lot more power than what I'm making for. There was another goal. The setup I'm bringing here is the setup I was going to bring last year, and the setup that was supposed to go in here this year is being delayed to possibly next year or the year after. So this is set up for a tremendous amount more horsepower than what I've got. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see something different out of it then. And I just checked all up underneath here. Everything seems good and tight. So, yep, we'll go up in the top and check some more. Yeah, I haven't cleaned underneath here. This is still wet, but put your bottle in. I'm always checking the straps, make sure it doesn't move. This is my blow down tube. It goes out to underneath this inside here. Goes through the body right inside there. There's the line that goes up through the front. Those two are the black one is the ground that goes up to the engine block. The other one's a heavy wire. This right here is a ground strap, so that way it doesn't arc when I'm putting fuel into this, because it is a plastic tank, so always have that. Check your hold downs for your battery, make sure they're tight, nothing's moving there. This is my vent, make sure that that's good. Return, and just make sure everything's tight. Make sure your on and off is working well. Make sure it clips and clops. Yeah, I need to get a push off there. If I don't get it in time, I'll just write it on there with a Sharpie. The last thing I'm going to talk about is my alternator. So that's like a 20% underdriven, and that's my new pulley. I was running, this is a much smaller pulley, and it was putting a lot of drag on it. I tried to put, this one's been in my toolbox forever. I tried to put that on there last weekend, and it just wouldn't charge. So, I mean, it would charge when it was going down the track, but, you know, everything would just be a little funky. So this one's kind of an in-betweener. So I bumped up the idle a little bit to get it to idle about 1300, and this thing now charges when it's idling. So that's good. That means I'm going up there because, you know, I'm going to have 2 different fuel pumps running. I go down the track, obviously, with the water pump, 2 fuel pumps running, and the ignition. So that's a lot of draw right there. And the other fuel pump's an A1000. So yeah, plus I have the electronics for the nitrous, 2 solenoids. Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on. Anyways, yep, this is being a wrap. So next time I do or say or talk about anything, I'm going to be at the No Name Nationals, and I'm pretty much getting my boxes all set up here. I got that all staged up over there. I was going to load up today, but it's raining, so that's probably tomorrow. We'll probably put this thing in the trailer tomorrow. So, yep, I hope to see you guys then. And just Mopar Joe, he won't be seeing any of this. You know what he's going to be seeing? Right here. This is how he's going to see this car. Right there. Just like that. That's how he's going to see this car. Yep. Just Mopar Joe is going to see the show from the back of my car. All right, man. Best 2 out of 3. And we'll talk then. All right. Until then, peace.